Okay.
What the hell is wrong with people? And you can start, dog lady.
This makes me so upset, Linda Steele. I mean, thank you to the BCSPCA for doing your work and helping these animals who clearly have people who would treat them so poorly. 31 dogs, in fact, rescued, seized from a Clearwater home. I don't even want to reiterate the conditions that these dogs were in. It was just horrifying.
Yeah, they were mostly little ones, little dogs. It was an irresponsible breeder, basically.
Yes.
The SPCA is saying they're not really sure about having these animals go up for adoption.
Because they haven't been
because
socialized.
and also because they need extensive rehab.
Yeah.
There was some issues with a lot of those animals.
There was
that
no
were not
heat. There was
being-
no food. There were no beds. There was nothing.
Smelled like,
Terrible.
ammonia in there with all the
Yes.
urine. So that's
want
just
these
not okay.
people to
And
go to
I
jail.
know a lot of people say there are good breeders, but there's a lot of bad breeders too. So do your homework. And they say if a breeder won't let you come to where the dog is being raised, that's a flag.
Huge
Yeah.
flag. And, what the hell is wrong with people?
Yeah, not okay.
How do you look at those animals and not have your heart break? Like, who? And I want these
Because
people to
they're
go to
looking
jail.
at the animals
honestly.
and seeing dollar signs.
Yeah, I want them to go to jail.
They don't see them as sentient beings. They see them as money.
Terrible.
But here's something gross. So flying
Here's
can
something gross.
be not fun a lot of the times now because it's expensive and cramped and what have you. But imagine this. So on a flight, and this was a Delta flight from Amsterdam to Detroit, suddenly one of the passengers, maggots raining down on their head and was like, what? Some idiot had packed rotting fish in his carry-on luggage and put it up overhead. And I don't know how, there must have been really rotten fish for maggots to come raining down on top of the passenger. How gross is that?
I don't even know what I would do. What would you do if you were on a plane and that happened?
I would say
run
I would like to
screaming.
move to another seat. You would think you could smell the fish too, the rotting fish. If it was rotting to the point there was maggots dropping out of the thing.
I can't. I can't. I also can't with this. Donald Trump selling sneakers now?
Well, he owes about $500 million to
Good.
the various courts. The funny thing is, these Trump sneakers, which they keep talking about, oh, we got to vote for Trump again because the economy is so bad. Bread went up 50 cents, but I'll shell out $400 for these hideous runners.
They're a ripoff of Gucci and they're a ripoff of Christian Louboutin with
Right.
the red soles, like a ripoff.
They actually have a patent for the red sole for Louboutins.
Yes.
And so they're thinking there might be a lawsuit.
Let's
Yet
go.
another lawsuit against Donald Trump.
Let's go.
Oh, my goodness.
Lawsuit against my favorite guy, Jimmy Kimmel. Please don't retire, Jimmy Kimmel. I love you so
He
much.
says he's going to.
I know I don't want him to. He's got 2.5 years left on his contract. I love this. I record Jimmy Kimmel every single night. And when I heard this one, that George Santos is suing Jimmy Kimmel for this cameo video that he had Santos made. He paid Santos to make the video about the Chihuahua and he used it in a stunt.
Okay, well, first of all, cameo videos of B celebs and C celebs and whatever, you can go on and you can pay whatever it is, $200 to get Santos. You give him a couple details and he just, rattles off a 30-second
Linda
thing.
Steele her happy birthday.
I was at the hairdresser a couple of months ago and I heard the client on the other side saying he'd bought a George Santos cameo and he was going to, I was like, wait, hang on a second. I ran over with my gown on to go in and look. But Santos, it's a grift anyway.
It's a grift.
And he was making a ton of money in the beginning and now people don't really care. So he should have been happy that Jimmy actually paid for a bunch of his stupid cameos.
The fraudster extraordinaire is suing somebody for fraud when it wasn't fraud. He paid for the video. Get over it. George, get over it.
Right?
Let's go happy. Let's get some happy on.
Okay, well, we're going to do one with one of our colleagues at CHEK TV. And his name is Chattis Leo, and he is the host of Our Native Land. And on the air, he signed off in his Indigenous language for the first time.
Beautiful.
I'd like to leave you with a goodbye in my traditional language from the Malco First Nation people. Che che ha tes che no te nat e mut nanat. That means thank you for watching and good night.
Love it.
That is beautiful.
That's really cool, right?
It is very
Yeah.
cool. As a mom of a teenager, kids are all right. You know why? Watch what happens with this Surrey teacher who thinks there's a fight going on. He's been called in. These kids have been fighting. It's a problem. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. Cue the confetti.
Yeah, it turns out it was a prank. that they'd been planning for several days. This is their favorite teacher at Johnston Heights Secondary. His name is Joshua Filiatrout, I think you say. Phys ed and English teacher, and clearly the students love him, so they tricked him. Two of the students most likely to actually have a fight.
Yeah, they set it up over days.
Were the ones
they were chippy.
He went roaring in
So
to, stand it
that.
down, and they got the cake and the hat and the whole thing. So
we love our teachers here at Steel and
Pranked
Vance,
them.
especially our PE teachers. A little nod to my dad.
Yeah.
Hey, a viewing party. We got a little story behind our viewing party winner. Congratulations to Ray. You have won a $150 gift card to Blue Water Cafe because Ray sent a note in. We don't pick the viewing party, Linda and I, but we receive all of your notes. And Ray sent one in that said that she was just scrolling through the guide, found our show, watched it, and now she loves the show. So there you go.
And if you haven't won yet, don't be disappointed and think, I'm not going to send another photo. We have Marilyn, I'm talking to you. She says, how come you're not picking my picture? We just keep doing, keep going.
We put it in the
keep
hat.
Going. You're going to win eventually.
We need
right?
one from each of you. Just tell us where you're living, take a picture of your face. Viewing party at CHEKmedia.ca. Thank you to BCRFA for our sponsoring
Thank you to Twist Fashions, my clothing sponsor.
Looking fabulous. I love Sharon at Twist Fashions and Lord Shoes and Apparel, Jacqueline, and the women-led, locally owned, shop local, women of fashion in our town. We love it. And
Derek Wong and Nina Savage, thank you so much for being so awesome as usual.
Yeah.
And ready for the weekend.
We are ready for the weekend. Are we saying what's happening with you?
No.
Okay.
I'm just going to have a little downtime.
Just going to have a little downtime. It's going to be fabulous.
Yeah.
I'm very jealous. Let's just leave it at I'm very jealous.
Yeah.
All right. And take care of one another. Keep us in your loop. I love that one of our stories today came from a viewer who just slid into our email inbox to just make sure it was on our radar. You know how to find us. Steel and Vance, we're here for you at Vancouver and CHEK's Kitchen Table.